Hello, my friend Dwayne G. the Germinator. What's up, Chica? So it's been a while, right? Life gets in the way, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, bada beep, bada boop, bada bing. So much going on in the world today. I've had a list here for many days. Let's go over the list. First of all, let's talk about really quick bombs being hit in Iran by Trump. Had to be done. Great job. We're going to talk a lot more about that as the show goes on. But that has to be first and foremost, not certain things I wrote down a few days ago. But there's several things I wanted to touch on. And all I can say is great job, Trump. It had to be done. Had to be done. The call-in number again is 646-481-6650. Last show we had our first caller who I didn't know. Turned out to be some freak of the week. But yeah, I want to talk about a lot of things today. Hopefully we can get to it all. There's a lot going on. I wanted to talk about that guy, Jose Padilla, crying, the guy who went after Kristi Noem at the press conference. I want to play a video about the national anthem. The Spanish girl named Neza, she sang the national anthem in Dodger Stadium. They told her, sing it in English. This is not Spanish night. Make sure you sing it in English. They told her that, and she did it in Spanish anyway. And then she played the victim afterwards. Amazing. And she's playing the race card up and down. You got Pacers game 7 tonight. Pacers OKC. That could be great. You got the mayoral race, the New York City mayor race. You got let's pray we get Curtis Sliwa coming across. Let's pray. I don't know, man. I just pray. This is my protein shake. Thank you. I got chunks of peanut butter in there. Yes, I do. Oh God, I have a jet ski. Okay, I keep it on a floating dock. So a couple days ago, we went out jet skiing. My son took it out. I just towed some people on a float, on a raft. You know, like you go fast and they're on the back. They're on like this floatable. A lot of fun. Worked out great. And my son was about to do it, but we didn't really pay attention to where the rope was, the tow rope, and it got sucked into the intake. And I was busy in the front just pushing him off the floating dock. And we should have really been paying attention to that much better, but we did not. And unbelievably, that happened. Let's see what we got here. Okay. And now I've been going, the last few days, I'm going under the floating dock in the water. Okay. You know, I'm not 20 years old anymore. I'm in the water. I have a flashlight. I was able to get a flashlight in there. And I have a knife, and there's a grate, and I'm cutting through the grate. And this morning I did it yesterday. It's exhausting. And I did it today for about a half hour, and my body, the water's cold. It's probably 60 something degrees. And from being in the water that long and just standing there and cutting, I'm trying to cut this rope. It's wrapped around the impeller. It's like a shaft. And it gets all wrapped around there, and I'm cutting it with a fillet knife. Then I got a serrated knife. And my body started to get really cold. I got in the house. I'm shivering. I had to take a break. I was going to go back out, and I couldn't do it. I had to jump in a hot shower, and my body was like, I still got a chill in me. It's just the water's too cold to stand there. You know, I can see if you're exercising and swimming and stuff, but no, I'm just standing there, and just my head is out of the water. You got to picture this. I'm under the floating dock, and I'm inside this grate. I have the flashlight in my left hand, the knife in my right hand, and at one point I dropped the knife, and oh my God. I've decided I'm going to try to learn how to tilt the jet ski on its side. There's a way you can do that. I've been looking at videos, and take the grate off and then do it. Or else I'll just have a local boatyard do it, but I don't want to be dealing with all that bull crap. You got to get a mechanic. It's this, that, the other thing. It's a nightmare. All right, what's going on? The mare race. You got Sliwa. You got Monzani, whatever his name is. This socialist Muslim who would be the worst choice. Not because he's Muslim, just because he's another radical, hate America, hate everything about America, hate white people. He's another typical dumbed down. He's another Barack Obama, right? But maybe not as smooth as Barack. Barack made you believe that he was a Democrat. Barack made you believe he was a Catholic. You love it at Levitt's. Yeah. Didn't make me believe, but made a lot of people believe. 10 years since Trump walked down the escalator. Yes, this week marked 10 years. Well, what have they done in 10 years? They've shot his head. They shot his ear. I love people who say he didn't get shot. That was fake blood. If you shot his ear would be blown off. Yeah, if you shot right here in the ear, like going across, it'd be blown off. But if you shot the little tip, if you got your head turned and the bullet nips the tip, it's possible. And it's amazing luck that he's not dead. If he didn't turn his head at that one moment to look at the illegal immigrant sign, whatever the hell he had up, he'd be dead. That little 20-year-old piece of crap would have killed him. Thank you, Secret Service. Thank you, government. Hey, by Ford the Hobbit. Love you, Wayne. Good to see you, by Ford. It's been a while. It's been a while. Chunks of peanut butter. Hi, by Four. You're my most loyal viewer on YouTube. Love it. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't chew peanut butter while I do a talk show. You live and you learn. I used to be an actor. And one thing about acting, if you ever do a scene when you're eating, you could eat, but you got to take really small bites. Because now you get what you got here. The chunk of peanut butter is in my mouth. And I don't have any water here. Isn't that great? Oh, Juneteenth was a couple of days ago. Oh, Juneteenth. Wow, Juneteenth. Juneteenth should not be a holiday. Nobody knew what Juneteenth was forever. Nobody. If you don't know what Juneteenth was, what part of Texas was it? A certain part of Texas, they didn't have social media back then. Juneteenth is divisive. You bet your ass it's divisive. Oh my God, that's all it's about. That's why Joe Biden invented Juneteenth, even though Juneteenth was a thing, but nobody knew about it. Maybe people in Texas knew about it. Certain part of Texas. I forget which part. The slavery was abolished, right? And the slaves in certain part of Texas didn't know this. And supposedly their white massa, their masters, didn't tell them for a while. I don't know how long it was. I've heard reports of 2 years, and I've heard reports of a lot shorter. I don't know. But this is a national holiday. This is what we're celebrating. Whitey bad. Whitey bad. And I love how they put all white people into the same category. Yeah, like all black people are all the same, right? All whites are all the same, right? I should owe reparations even though I didn't have ancestors that were in America in the 1800s or any time during slavery. My ancestors came here in the 1900s. Russia and Ireland. Yes, it did. Yes, they did. So why should I have anything to do with slavery? Matter of fact, Irish were slaves the same time that blacks were slaves. And did you know that Irish slaves were worth 1/10 of a black slave? So they were known as 1/10 of a black slave. That's how low the Irish were back then in whoever's eyes. An Irish slave would get would sell for 1/10 of the price of a black slave. I'm Chinese and I owe reparations too. Yeah, right. Where's your reparations? Chinese had a hard time. Oh, yes, they did. Chinese, they say, built the railroad pretty much, right? I had a lot to do with it, right? They built America's railroads, and Chinese had a rough time. Chinese still have a rough time. They still have a very rough time. They're hated upon by blacks. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't get it. And I'm not knocking all black people, but no, not every group is a monolith. But the lazy ghetto black doesn't like the Chinese. No, they don't. Maybe because the Chinese work hard and the lazy ghetto black doesn't want to face that. That why are you working so hard? You know, and Chinese are also an easy target because they're they're not not all the time, but they can be a gentle race, not race, a gentle nationality, right? They're gentle. They have manners. They treat each other right. They treat everyone right. They're well educated for the most part. Not everybody, but yeah, I think a lot of blacks resent that. Now, I'm not talking about all blacks. No, I'm talking about the ghetto, dumbed down black, right? But you know, those ghetto dumbed down blacks, they treat everybody bad. And if you think I'm racist, I'm not at all, not one bit. I have 4 black kids. I love people at social media. He thinks because he got black kids, he ain't racist. You know what they hate? They just hate that I'm honest. I'm honest. Now, I always have to qualify it with white people are ghetto too. There's plenty of white people on welfare. Matter of fact, there's the same amount of white people on welfare as black people in the United States, pretty much. But, you know, white people make up 67% of the country and black people 13. So you got to do the math there. During COVID, people were in my face blaming Chinese for COVID. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could see that. I've seen that. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I have my cousin is married to a Chinese woman, Candace. Wonderful. My my the guy who did my movie, Johnny Sang, Chinese. Great guy, great family. China, listen, there's good and bad everywhere. You know, Chinese isn't all good, and they're not all smart. Some of them are bums, but you got to admire the culture. They work together. Albanians work together, right? I have friends who are Albanian, several. When somebody needs money for a business, excuse my allergies. I was in the water for a lot of the morning. I was in the water. Um, I have Albanian friends, and you know what the deal is with them? If someone needs $150, 150,000 for to open a pizzeria, the other Albanians give it to them. They don't go to a bank. They give it to them, but then you got to pay that group back, right? They work together, so you're not paying interest to a bank. And this is how they do it for all of them. Now, I don't know what happens when someone goes astray and doesn't pay. I don't know what the price to pay is. I know Albanians can be tough customers, but and Chinese do a lot of that too. They join together. They live together, a lot of them. You know, when they have a business, you may have 15 people in an apartment. That's not a lie. I've seen and heard about this many times. But anyway, I'm getting off the beaten path here. We're talking about Juneteenth. Yes, Juneteenth is a holiday to divide us. It's very, very divisive. It says, look at the bad white man. He couldn't even tell black people that slavery was over. That's what Juneteenth does. Yes, Juneteenth does that. And it shouldn't be a national holiday. You want to recognize it as some sort of day? Fine. It shouldn't be up there with George Washington's birthday. By the way, that's gone too. Thank you, Barack Obama. There's no longer George Washington's birthday or Lincoln's birthday. It's President's Day. So what Barack Hussein, the thin smoking man from Hawaii, what he did, right? Bathhouse Barry, what this down low brother did was he took away the shine from George Washington, Lincoln, And was there anyone else that was singled out for presidents? I don't think so. I don't remember. And he made it President's Day, which means Jimmy Carter is part of President's Day, right? Barack Hussein Obama is part of President's Day, right? They're all part of President's Day now. You're not showing the exceptionalism of Lincoln, who freed the slaves. You're not showing the exceptionalism of Washington. Jesus Christ, I got spider webs in my office. Oh, I got to get in here more often, baby. I see a spider web right there. I got to do more podcasts. So they took away the shine from George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. This is what Barack Obama did. And when you look around and you see all these neighborhoods everywhere turning Muslim, and again, I'm not a Muslim hater. I'm not. There's good and there's bad, like there's good and bad everywhere. But they don't assimilate. They don't want to know you. Whitey, devil, whitey, bad. Yeah, they don't like us. For the most part, they don't like us. They're not like us. And we don't like them because they don't like us. I hate you. You know why I hate you? Because you hate me. Who the F cares about Iraqi, Paki, Saudi, Arabian Nights? It's all the same effing BS. That was a scene from my movie Bronx Paradise, available for free on YouTube. Because I'm a loser. I did not pull up songs today. Crap. I knew I forgot something. I did not pull up songs. That sucks. I may have to do it on my phone in a little while. Boy, we're going to run out of time. I can tell you right now, I got too many things to talk about. I shouldn't wait this long in between podcasts. The number is 646-481-6650. Call in, be part of the show. They should make a holiday for policemen and firemen and sanitation department. Yes, they should. They should make a holiday to celebrate capitalism. By 4, you're just like the perfect human being, aren't you? You're just like the perfect guest. There's no bullshit with you. You're nailing it all the time. Should they make a holiday? I think we have enough holidays. I got to be honest with you. And I don't think we need a holiday for police, firemen, sanitation. Let's give them special days, but I don't think we need a national holiday. Celebrate capitalism. Yeah, capitalism is bad, right? Yeah, I love it. I love these Democrats. I don't even know where to start today. There's so much going on. Who's texting me? Let's see. Nobody's texting me. Okay, so we got a few things to do. I'm going to get into this woman. See this woman, Neza? Her name is Neza. She sang the national anthem in Spanish at the Dodgers game when they specifically told her you must sing it in English. And they told her after the game, we never want you back here again. Let's do this first, and I'll get into the there's some liberal posts that I took screenshots of from some of my Democrat friends. Let's get into Neza, and then we're going to talk about Iran. What can you say about Iran and Trump? Obama funded them. Biden funded them. I love the Democrats. Oh, no, they didn't fund them. It was their money. We're just releasing their money to them. Yeah, okay. All right, whatever. Wayne, I'm working stiff. I only get 12 holidays a year. We need more. India gets 24 banking holidays. Okay, all right. Maybe I'm looking at this from the wrong perspective. Maybe because I don't work hard enough in life. If I worked harder, I would probably want more holidays. You're right. I'm a working stiff. Is there only 12 holidays? Excuse me. I'm sorry. India gets 24 holidays. Wow. That's unbelievable. India, they work their ass off, though. Oh, my God. They got so many people there. What the hell, man? What the hell? So let's talk about Neza. I'm going to play her. This is her on a talk show. Neza sang the national anthem in Spanish. She was told to do it in English. And this is her on a show talking about it. Watch what a victim this girl is. You ready? We're going to play it.
Colombian Dominican singer and internet sensation Neza made headlines over the weekend after performing the U.S. national anthem in Spanish at Dodger Stadium.
So her performance being met with praise and criticism this morning. Neza, real name Vanessa Hernandez, is joining us live in studio to talk about that big moment, her reaction, and her rendition. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. It's so good to have you here. Thank you for being here, getting up early with us.
Yes, super early.
You were just watching that. You said you still get emotional.
I can't watch it.
I can see it. Yeah. You at one point you kind of paused.
Yeah.
Why was it so emotional for you?
I think just everything.
It didn't have to be emotional for her. She threw herself in the middle of a bit of a firestorm here by disobeying her employer. She was asked to do the national anthem, or she asked them, I don't even know. And they said, you must do it in English. This is not Spanish Day. It's not La Mirage Day, okay? It's English Day. And she chose to be divisive. She went against the people who hired her to do this. She went against what they said. And here's how emotional she is and all this, because they didn't kowtow to her.
So heightened this week. So much happened this week. And me, having that interaction and being told no, I think it finally was my final straw where I was like, oh, I need to do something.
When they said no, you're like, yes.
It was her final straw. What happened this week? Please expound on that. Tell us what happened. It was her final straw. She had to do something. She had to sing it in Spanish. Hello? I think what she's talking about is the deportations of people that are coming here across the southern border. I think that's what she's talking about. There's so much happening that I had to do something. I had to sing the national anthem in Spanish. Oh, we have two guests here. Ooh, look at that. Chumley, we're going national. Okay, by 4. Wayne, did you see a pro-Democrat commercial showing a fictional Republican lawmaker and masked men kidnapping a Latino American citizen while on a date with a boyfriend? I did not see that, but I saw a talk show last night that was about to talk about it. And they showed the highlights of it, but I have not seen that. No, nothing surprises me. These people are insane. They're shin god, these people. Look how white my teeth look. Yeah, nice. Not too bad for a guy who's been smoking cigars many years. No, so I've not seen that commercial. If I had a real show, I'd have that showing right now and I'd be talking about it. But I don't have a real show. I'm doing everything on my own. Yes. And I'm paying for this. No, I'm not paying for it, but let's continue on with this. Maybe we'll get back to that by 4. But thank you. Yeah, it's sick. The Democrats are sick people. They're nuts. The commercial is a sandpaper 5-card Monty. Ah, you know my sayings. Sandpaper condom. Love it. Love it by 4.
And you did it anyway. Well, not really. So that little clip that everyone has seen is 5 seconds of a very long video where I start with my rehearsal, go into the moment that happened, into me just shaking, trying to figure it out mentally.
Shaking.
I actually can't. I've only been able to watch that video once because I still can't watch. I don't think I've ever been that heartbroken in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean heartbroken?
I think.
Yes, tell us what you mean by heartbroken. You went to Dodger Stadium. They told you to sing it in English. You sung it in Spanish. You totally disregarded what they told you. But now, tell us why you're heartbroken. I'm very curious.
It just felt like such a stab to the Latino people.
When they
A
said
Latino. She's speaking perfect English. It felt like such a stab to the Latino people. Why are you changing your accent? A comedian just did something about this. When I talk about Lucky Charms, do I say, oh, there have to be Lucky Charms? They're magically delicious. No. When you're speaking in regular English, you don't turn into an Irish accent when you say something about Ireland. It's amazing. I love how Spanish people do this. Everything when they say Latino. Yes, I went down to Guadalajara. Yeah, they got to say it this overtly Spanish way. It's amazing. More pandering and nonsense. Let's listen to more of her being the victim.
When I said no, and it hit me to my core. And yeah, it was time.
And while you were singing in Spanish, it was powerful. You had that entire stadium in the palm of your hand, including the Latino players, right? You knew.
How do you know the entire stadium was in your hands? How do you know that? How do you know white people, white English people that are not Spanish, weren't sitting there saying, "Why the F are we listen? Why are we in America listening to this in Spanish?" How do you know 60% of the stadium wasn't doing that? But yet this host has to lie and say, "You had the whole stadium in the palm of your hand, Bendejo."
Yeah.
How did that feel?
I think also it all happened so fast, but I think the messages is what made it all worth it. I was getting messages from everyone in those stands. Thank you for what you did.
She was getting, as she was singing, everyone in the stands was thanking her by little subtle mental messages.
I was sitting down when you started singing and then realized you were singing in Spanish, and I stood back up.
Wow.
So we know that millions of people, there are people who are watching.
Did you hear that? When she started singing the anthem, they were sitting down. Did you hear what she just said? She says people told her when the anthem started, we chose to remain seated. But when we heard it in Spanish, then we stood up. This is what you're dealing with, the lack of respect for America and our American tradition, our American flag, and the people that died for that flag. We stand up and we put our hand over our heart as a sign of respect for the flag and for our country, for love of country. I can't even say God anymore because it's up to you what you want to believe in. Some people believe in different gods. I don't know. But it used to be America was founded on God and love of country. But God's been ripped away. Thank you, Democrats. You love it at Levitz. So people were sitting down for the anthem, but then when they heard it in Spanish, they stood up. Let's continue. This is what psychobabble this is. I hate people like this.
But then millions of people have watched this after the fact. The performance has gone viral. Can you talk to us about the reaction that you've been getting online?
Yeah, I mean, what can we say about the internet? You know what I mean? It's positive, it's negative, but
yeah, on the internet, you're getting the truth. You're getting some crazies, and they may attack you, but you're getting people who kind of could hide behind their whatever name, and they can attack you and say what they really feel.
Unfortunately, for everyone who's trying to, tear me down, I've been doing this a long time, so I'm used to it. I know how to maneuver this. And I think just the outpour of love, I went into it not expecting anything, but seeing...
Yeah, not expecting anything. I went into it switching the national anthem to a completely Spanish version, which I was told not to do. I went into it expecting nothing. Yeah, what she expected was attention. These people want attention. Every fiber of their being wants attention. A lot of the world is driven on that. Everyone wants to be loved in some shape, manner, or form, right? We all want to be loved, but a lot of people want a lot of attention. I know people in my life, a lot of people. I guess I need attention. I'm doing an effing YouTube thing. I made a movie. I do walk and talks. I guess I need attention too, right? Who am I? That magic attention wand hasn't missed me, right? But I'm not sick with it, okay? And I think people enjoy what I do. That's why I do it. If I knew I had no talent and I had no humor and I couldn't make people laugh, I know people laugh. You love it at Levitz. I see a lot of untalented people doing stuff, and it's painful. It's like nails on a chalkboard. It's like, oh, God, look what the internet has spawned. Look what the internet has spawned. Oh, my God. You see people doing live videos that shouldn't be doing live videos. Yeah, they shouldn't. And I'm not knocking people. I'm not trying to be mean, but not everyone is meant to be Brad Pitt. Not everyone could act like Sir Laurence Olivier. No. Not everyone could be, what's her name? Meryl Streep, right? Okay, let's continue on.
The Latin community just come together. And
some people are meant to be dishwashers. Yes. They may not look good, and they may not have a voice. They might not have any talent. But they wash a damn good dish, and they make their $18 an hour, and they feed their family. Not everyone is meant to be here. Some people could be here, 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 and here. There's different levels to everything. I should have waited at Dodger Stadium. Well said by four. You're right. That would have been great.
Moment and just like be like, we're with you, we stand with you. It's just been so crazy and loving.
Crazy, loving, and controversial.
Yes.
Right? So the Dodgers said this morning, I was telling you, I had to read this morning. The Dodgers said that they would welcome you back. They put out a whole statement. They said, no hard feelings, everything's great. She's welcome to come back. This is it. No consequences, hard feelings. She was not asked to leave. We would be happy to have her back. You heard this morning.
I read it this morning and was very confused. Because there was a phone call that happened before I even left the stadium where we were told verbatim, don't ever call us again, don't ever email.
Yeah, and that's what they really mean. You effed us, young lady. You alienated the bulk of our fans, which are not Spanish. All right, there are a lot of Spanish fans too, but you alienated a lot of Dodger fans by saying that in Spanish. If it's Spanish Day, fine. America is an English country. We speak English. English is the language of America. It's not Spanish, as much as you want it to be. 45 years ago, my mother told me, learn Spanish. Not even 50 years ago, 50-something years ago. You're going to need Spanish when you grow up. Well, I'm grown up, Ma. I'm 60. I don't need Spanish. I don't. So stop, people think, it's going to overwhelm everything. No. Now, if you go to Spanish neighborhoods, yeah, they do everything in Spanish. But, yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Once again, your clients are never welcome here ever again.
Oh, so I was talking about that. So, yes, the truth was they don't want her ever here again. The Dodgers said F you. But for PR, for public relations, they put out, oh, we stand by what she did. That's fine. She's always welcome back. She'll never be back. Okay? She'll never be back to Dodger Stadium. This is all PR, what they did. So the truth is, F you, young lady. How dare you? How dare you break the rules of what we asked you to do? We employed you to sing the national anthem. How dare you not sing it in English like we told you to?
No. So that's very...
And you haven't heard anything since then?
No.
Dodger Stadium invited Los Angeles drag nuns and took center stage. Yes, I remember that very well. That was last year, right, by four? Yes, it's disgusting. Yeah. What the liberals won't do and what these companies won't do, a lot of them. Now, since Trump has been president, a lot of these companies are like, you know what? No more. We've been dragged through the mud by the Al Sharp tongues too long. Like Target and a lot of other stores, they're no longer doing the DEI policies, right? Diversity, equity, inclusion, which is completely nonsense, right? It's more divisive crap, just like Juneteenth. Everything is there to divide us. Oh, God help me.
And so that's very confusing because that's not the message that I received. And regardless if I'm welcome back, I don't feel welcome to come back.
You shouldn't be welcome.
I don't.
You broke the rules. I don't feel welcoming back. If I was hired by, let's say, JetBlue to fix their engine, and I decided, no, I'm not going to do what you told me. I'm going to fix the radiator. I'm going to leave that engine that needs fixing alone. I'm going to do what I want. And JetBlue says, dude, you didn't fix the engine. You could have killed 280 people on the plane. And oh, what? No, I did what I felt. People liked that I fixed the radiator. They liked it. People were telling me. I felt a connection with everyone that watched me fix the radiator. They were all telepathically telling me, fix the radiator. This is how insane this is. It's insanity. JetBlue tells me, Wayne German, never come back. We don't want you again. And she's like, and I'm like, and I tell JetBlue, you know what? I don't feel welcome back. I don't feel welcome. Even if you wanted me back, I can't go back. I don't feel welcome, JetBlue. This is the craziness of this.
So we had listened to an interview that you had done as we were preparing for our interview with you, and you, the point wasn't to really tear anyone down, right?
Yeah,
it was about to
Right. It wasn't about disrespect. I even in our pitch originally, when I pitched to do it in both languages, I sent all the
Okay, she pitched to do it. Oh God, we're out of focus. Come on, camera. It's the lighting. That's the sun moving in. So I'm going to be out of focus a little bit, guys. Sorry. Fuck. It's fucking lighting. Come on, baby. Don't fail me now. She pitched to do it in both languages. They told her no. They specifically talked about this. They told her no. So the sun is moving. There's a lot of windows in this room, guys. This is why sometimes it'll get out of focus. You love it at Levitz.
historical information about El Pendón Estrellado, and it really wasn't to be disrespectful because the lyrics are the same. I was still singing.
Okay, guys, if you're watching, 646-481-6650 if you want to call in and have a little conversation with the Germinator.
That I'm a proud American. I am a proud American. I am. But that doesn't mean that I also can't want better for my country at the same time.
Better for which country? America? You singing the national anthem in Spanish makes a better America? Why? We don't hate Spanish people? No. I love Spanish people. Nothing wrong with Spanish people. Nothing wrong with black people. Nothing wrong with Chinese people. There's good and bad everywhere. And that's how 99% of the people feel in America. This whole lie that Whitey is racist or this is that, it's all bullshit. It's all divide and conquer. Rules for radicals. Sal Alinsky's Rules for Radicals. Burnt effing toast. Bada beep, bada boop, bada bing, afachim, capiche.
It could be the same thing, and so I really just wanted to go out there and make the Latin community feel included, but it wasn't meant to be as a...
There we go. She wanted to make the Latin community feel included. They have Spanish nights. The Latin community in Los Angeles is a very vibrant community. They feel included. This is such BS. There's a very large portion of Latino in Los Angeles. Hell, the name is Los Angeles. It's unbelievable.
Because again, I'm still singing that I'm a proud American, just in a different idioma.
So if you had to do it all over again?
Different what?
Yes. A million, of course, yeah, 100%, a million times. And
yeah, she would do it over again in Spanish. She would disregard what her employer told her.
Obviously, my friends and family knows, but I'm like a very shy...
I'm very shy. Here we go. Here we go with the Robert De Niro approach. I'm just a shy actor. Yeah, Robert De Niro loves to play shy when he does talk shows. I like to punch him right here, right here, right here. Boom. 17 times, as hard as I can, right there. Cave in the Adam's apple. Let me shush. YouTube will throw me off. Oh, God. Yeah. I'm Mr. Shy. Yeah, that's why I act in front of cameras. Yeah, this is why I started acting. I'm very shy. I can't do anything in front of people. Ooh, I'm Robert De Niro. Yeah, okay. Give me a break.
Which probably doesn't make sense.
Yeah. She's shy, so she's singing the national anthem in front of 50,000 people. Yeah, kiss my ass. You want to see shy people? I'll show you shy people. They don't leave their house. Okay? I know some people similar to this. I know shy people. These are not shy people.
I'm a very shy person. I'm a Capricorn. We hate breaking the rules. Like, we hate it.
You're a rule follower like me.
I can't cut in line.
Me too.
I can't do it. And so this was...
I'm a Scorpio. I can't cut in line. Okay? All right? So I don't think that means anything.
Just like polar opposite of me, but I
when
think
you believe in something,
exactly,
you believe in it.
exactly. And I think it's just shown me that, like, oh wait, I can speak out. Like, I have my people with me. Like,
it's a beautiful song in Spanish. Is there a part of it?
Wow. I can speak out, meaning I can sing the song in Spanish. I have my this level of, what's the word? Oh God, cluelessness is one word. This level of self-importance, self-indulgence. It's astronomical level we're talking about here.
That really gets you. What are the lyrics that you love so much? I'm not going to ask you to sing it because it's 6:50, but you're welcome to. Is there any part of that song that you...
The last two lines are my favorite.
What?
I just get emotional because it's just like, in the land, I'm still singing of the land of the free. Like, it is. All my dreams came true here, and so, like, yeah, it's just, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional thinking about it. Because, again,
the land of the free.
Yeah, but it's about, just the last two lines of that song, I think, are just, yeah.
Well, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and you were very brave to get up
Thank you
there
so much.
in front of people. And, whether people agree with you or not, you followed your heart.
and you did it for a reason. You had a purpose. So we thank
Painful.
you for coming in and talking with us. Thank you so much.
A lot of times people don't talk about things when there's all the controversy, right? But
Yeah.
we appreciate you.
Of course.
Doing
Absolutely
Of course.
painful.
Appreciate your
Okay, we're going to move on, guys. We're going to move on to... There's a woman I have on Facebook who's a friend of mine. She's insane. She's a left-wing nut. But I look at her page. She's a casting director. I'm not going to say a name. I've met her, and I actually did a film she was involved in. And she's a nice person. Just as most of my Democrat friends are nice people. But they're effing insane. She posts stuff all the time. Nonsense. Trump-hating lies and nonsense. Propaganda. And it's not even her doing it. You could tell she's copying and pasting all this stuff from someone that's probably smarter than her, but equally as liberally dumb, right? So this is what she posted. This is what Democrats give you. This is what she posted on Juneteenth. You ready, guys? Juneteenth is the perfect moment to remind everyone of these two facts. This is what she's telling us. She's telling us. I'm very smart. I'm going to tell you people, it's a perfect time to remind you of these two facts because I'm smarter than you. Number one, fact number one, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Wow, where have we heard that before? Where have we heard that before? Yeah. Those that don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Well, we didn't learn when we elected a Democrat president in Jimmy Carter. We elected another Democrat president, right? Bill Clinton wasn't terrible. He was helped by the tech boom. But then we elected Barack Obama was another Democrat president. That was a huge mistake. Twice we elected him. Even if he failed, he had terrible numbers after the first term, but we elected him again because we felt all warm and fuzzy inside. White people felt good electing a half-black president. It made them feel good. They didn't have to wash feet those days. They could just elect a black president. So we didn't learn. Democrats don't learn from history, do they? Yeah. And number two, those who prevent history from being taught are plotting to repeat it. Then she says, read this out loud, read it again, then teach it to your kids. Boy, she's really smart. She's really teaching us stuff, isn't she? Amazing. All right. Now let's see another post from her. Okay, she has a list of a bunch of things here. Let's read. Do you believe in the philosophy that if you lose, the game was rigged, but if you win, that it wasn't rigged? So what she's talking about here, not her, this is something she copy and paste. The philosophy, if you lose, the game is rigged. So she's talking about Trump complaining about the election, but you have a laundry list of Democrats, a laundry list of Hillary Clinton, Stacey Abrams, Joe Biden, Maxine Waters, complaining about elections and how Trump didn't really win, and Stacey Abrams still thought she was the governor of Georgia, right? You have a long list of people. The Democrats have way more election denial. And Trump, it's not even election denier. 2020 was stolen. If you're any kind of, unless you're a complete moron or a Democrat, you know that. The 2020 election was stolen. You know it's stolen when they all say, this is the safest election in history. It's the safest ever. There's never been an election more safe. Yes, during COVID, when you can't actually go to vote, when we're going to mail out 95 million ballots blindly across the country, each house is going to get like 20 ballots. Everyone who lived in that house in the last 30 years is going to get a ballot. So if you're a Democrat living in that house and you think Trump is Hitler, you're going to fill out each one of those and send them back, right? That's how Joe Biden got. How many votes did he get? He got how many million? 13 million more votes than Barack Obama. The disgusting, criminal, weird-looking, nobody likes him, Joe Biden, pedophile, the hair sniffer. He got more than the rock star, 13 million more votes than the rock. He got 82 million, 14 million. He got 82 million, 81 and change. Barack Obama got 68 million just several years earlier. You're going to tell me rock star Barack Obama only got 13, 14 million less votes than Joe Biden in the safest election in history. Total BS. You are being lied to. Oh, Chumley, we're going national. I see another person has joined. I can't see who it is unless they comment, but We have 3 viewers. Yes, we're going national. All right. The next one. Do you believe anyone holding a governmental office should follow the Constitution? Again, they're trying to aim this at Trump, but let's flip it. Let's flip the script. Do you believe anyone holding governmental office should follow the Constitution? Well, Trump does follow the Constitution every single time. You know who didn't follow the Constitution? Joe Biden didn't. When he opened up the borders to what, 15, 20 million illegals? When he completely opened the borders up and overran our country with illegal aliens, didn't matter what disease they had, what criminal record they had, nothing mattered. Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters to me. Number 3, do you believe in the rule of the law? Do you believe in the rule of law? These people, they pontificate. It's like their chin pullers up on the mountain. They're pulling their chin. They're like, do you believe in the rule of the law, human? It's amazing. Breaking the law, breaking the law. I'm starting to sing. I love to sing. I can't sing, but I love to sing. Yeah, we believe in the rule of law, but you know who doesn't believe in the rule of law? Democrats. When you burn down cities and college campuses and kill police, all in the name of equal justice, yeah, that's who doesn't believe in the rule of law. When you tell everyone they need masks on, unless you're rioting and protesting, you don't need a mask then, it's fine. Yeah, that's not the rule of law. That's just, that's unconstitutional. Number 4, if there's a humane way to satisfy a solution, is that the preferable way to do things? I don't even know what they mean here. Number 5, do you believe that all humans are created equal? This is like a dummy test here. This is what these idiots believe that MAGA is. They think MAGA, they've invented in their little minds that MAGA are these overall wearing hicks from the Midwest, that they have no education, that they got straw hanging out of their mouth, that they're just totally lost. This is the fantasy that these morons have created. Number 6, do you believe intentional lying should have consequences? Yeah, I do. I think when Obama lied about if you like your doctor, you could keep your doctor. If you like your insurance, you could keep your insurance. And when Obama said each family will save $2,500 a year with Obamacare, I believe there should have been consequences. I believe Barack Obama should have been tried for treason by ruining our health care. He should have been tried for treason and perhaps dealt with like treasonous people are. Yes. So yes, I do think lying should have consequences. But this is why these people, hypocrisy is the mantra of the left. This is why these people get no respect from anyone. Anyone that's on the side of sanity, no one takes any of these people serious because they ignore all the crimes on their end. They ignore everything that they do criminally, and they try to project it onto us. Do you believe being honest is an important core value? Oh my God, it's like they're talking to children. It's like you're talking to a 4th grader. Billy, do you believe honesty is a core value? It's unbelievable. This is the way they talk, these people. No one even talks this way. Do you believe people should comply with armed and masked people who show no warrant or ID? So they have this whole myth going that ICE agents are barging into schools. Let me stretch my leg. ICE agents are barging into schools in masks and taking away little Mexican kids. Yeah, that's not happening. It's not happening. It's all bull crap. Do you believe armed and masked people should be able to kidnap people? Again, see question number 8 for that. Do you believe that anyone should interfere with an immigrant who is trying to do the right thing by removing them from attending their hearings or check-ins? Oh boy, help me. Do you believe that you are superior to others because of your religion? Well, Muslims believe that. Muslims believe that Allah is the only God. So are you talking about Muslims here, or what are you talking about? I don't know. Do you believe there should be separation of church and state? Yes, I do believe that. Oh, here's what she wrote. Here's what this casting director wrote before she posed these questions to us. You ready? Here's what she wrote. This is her chin pulling and pontificating upon us little minions. She wrote, Friends, we seem to spend our lives fact-checking these days, which is something we need to do. However, there's so much misinformation out there, our brains can't always retain everything we've already researched. Funny, my brain does. I remember a lot of stuff I've researched, right? I don't forget that Barack Obama said each family will save $2,500. He said that a long time ago. Crap, damn, 15, 17 years ago? Or whatever. No, not quite. It was 2011, yeah. Okay. Instead of spending endless hours in what may be futile conversations, I will send people these below questions to see if they believe in democracy and if cruelty, bigotry, and lying are A-okay in their lives. Boy, this woman's a piece of work, man. If they believe in democracy and they're not heartless individuals, then a conversation may be warranted. Any further suggestions, question mark? And then she gave us the questions. It's called Questions of Ethics. Why, thank you, moron. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, did we see the guy Padilla? We talked about that earlier. He broke into Kristi Noem's press conference, didn't announce who he was, had nothing on his body to say I'm a senator, nothing. I think there's a pin you wear, nothing. He had nothing. And he went in front of the front row and started like walking towards her and berating her. And he was outraged that a Latino man was taken down and treated like a dog, man. They treat me like a dog, man. And then he started crying after, and he cannot believe this is America. I can't believe this is the country that I believed in. Sick. Then you had Brad Lander with the Photoshop, right? Bradley Lander, he's up for the mayor. He's trying to be mayor. Yeah, another photo op. He tried to lead an illegal out of some sort of hearing, right? I believe. Unbelievable. So you got the Pacers. I'm sorry, guys. You got the Pacers in Game 7 tonight. Oh, I love to see the Pacers win. I'm a Celtic fan, but I want to see a new team win. OKC, they took over Seattle. Seattle Supersonics was OKC, which I still can't believe they got rid of the Seattle Supersonics. That's really disgusting. They should have kept Seattle. But OKC is the Seattle Supersonics. OKC's never won, but they've only been in the league, 20 years. I'd love to see the Pacers win. Now, I do believe the Pacers won the ABA years ago. I think I read that. Yeah. The Iran bombs. Oh, it's amazing. These people are sick. They're really sick people. It's unbelievable. Oh, God, I got cobwebs under here, too. Oh, God, I got to do more podcasts. Jesus Christ. Ugh. So Trump did what he had to do. He had to bomb Iran. You had to get rid of the nukes. Anyone is telling you, I love all these people in the middle. Oh, I don't know. I don't want boots on the ground. Well, none of us want boots on the ground. We don't want another Iraq, Afghanistan. We don't want none of that. We don't want another Operation Desert Storm. No, we don't. We just want Iran not to nuke us. We want Iran, not to be nuking Israel. Okay, do you understand? That's what we don't want. We don't want Iran to have a nuclear bomb because they're 7th century sand, whatever you want to call them. They're 7th century sand savages is what they are. These people are not developed. I'm not saying everyone in Iran. I'm talking about the religious fanatical cult, the mullahs of Iran, right? The ayatollahs. What a joke. What a joke. Look how they treat their women. It's disgusting. I don't want boots on the ground. I want to take the oil and leave them with nothing. Yes. By 4, I agree. That's what we all want. But the left, it's funny. I'm sitting with a friend last night having a cigar, and he says, oh, turn on CNN. And we both joked about they're going to be talking about boots on the ground. You want to laugh? I turned it about 20 minutes later because we were watching something else. I put on CNN. The first thing Anderson Pooper in my shooter, the first thing he said was, swear to God, first words we heard him say when CNN went on, he was boots on the ground. Me and my buddy Joe were cracking up laughing. We're like, there it is, boots on the ground. It took no time at all. Any time at all. It took no time. He went right to boots on the ground. You love it. So, yeah, the Democrats, and they give you every negative spin. Now, they're trying not to be too overtly, the talk shows anyway, they're trying not to be too overtly anti what Trump did because they don't want to be seen as anti-American. They try to disguise it a little bit. But, they bring in all these narratives that they lie. They stretch the truth about this and that. It's, everything to put Trump in a negative light. Everything is about Trump. It's amazing. You get Democrats standing with Iran, who kills gay people, treat women like shit. They may behead or stone a woman for adultery or even going out without her face mask on. You need that, what do you call it? A sari, a kufi? I don't know what the hell you call these stupid things. A sarong? I don't know. And if you're seen without that, they've killed young teenagers. They've killed young teenagers for being on social media. Yes, they've killed them, dragged them out of their houses and killed them. A burqa. Thank you, by 4. It's a burqa. It's a jihad. I don't know. Jihad. It's a jihad. Jihad. I don't know. So they're killing young women. I love the women who have forced into marriage. How about the 7-year-old girls? 7, they're getting married, forced into marriage. Yeah. I wonder what age they started raping these girls. Do they rape them at 7 or do they wait till 11? I don't know. I don't know what these Muslims do. You got me. Do they wait till 11 or they're raping them at 7? What age are they raping them? I don't know. I don't know what their rules are. Oh, she's 7, but we'll wait 3 years. These people are sick. They're sick people. They really are. It's unbelievable. So Trump did what had to be done. I love all these Candace Owens. What happened to you? Oh, my God. I used to love Candace. I look at her like she's a moron now. She's a fast-talking moron now. Her head is gone. Tucker Carlson. What does Mark Levin call him? Chatsworth Qatarson. Like Qatar, like he's bought and sold by Qatar. Yeah. Chatsworth Qatarson. Too funny. That's a name that Michael Savage would have thought up years ago, right? Michael Savage used to have great names like that. But these people are nuts, and the Democrats are nuts. They'll do everything to destroy America. All right, guys, we're going to sign off. Oh, God. Have a great day. Let's go Pacers tonight. Thank you for joining. Love yous all. By 4, thank you for joining. You're the only consistent person I have here, but when we go national, you're going to be here by 4. Yes, indeed. When we go national. Much love. Have a great day. My protein shake, chunks of peanut butter, and that's about it. There's a lot going on today, and I've been writing this list for days. I've been meaning to do the thing. I'd like to do more. It's tough now that the summer's here. I got a lot on my plate. I got to fix the jet ski. Oh, God. That's a nightmare. Anyway, guys, love yous all. Have a great day. Chica cabron, maricones, gringo vato, shidru, malakasita, bendejo, conio, tio, mano, dumkop, shodem for dunkerschein, mein chatsis, putzig, fega, pugneta, strones, eringo bra, afanabla, a puta cabronpa. No Crisco, daddy. All guapo, papi of pentacles, kiss me, baby. Dos mink little shidurkin. Never forget the smoke and mirrors, sleight of hand, 3-card Monty. It's all a shell game, sandpaper condom, hat tip bricklayer. Look at the shiny object over there, my dear. Well, 8-shot Gary and bathhouse Barry the Thin. Smoking man from Hawaii. He gets no burn, no smoking sign. Emphasis in the real like burnt, effing toast, bada beep, bada boop, bada bing. Apachin, capiche. There we go, all the way. Have a great day, everyone. Love yous all. Summer's here and enjoy it. Yesterday was the longest day of the year, and today we start that slow decline. Every day a few seconds comes off. Is it 30 seconds or less? You lose 30 seconds of daylight each day. I forget. I don't know. Have a great day, guys. Love yous all. End the stream. Thank you for joining. Share it, like it, subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.